Welcome everybody. Today is the first in our series for Cybersecurity Awareness. A number of sessions we're going to do on just some of our best tips and tricks to keep you and your business safe as a part of Cybersecurity Awareness. So my name is Paul Hager, CEO of Information Technology Professionals. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with us today and throughout the series. So it's the first one. Where are we going to start? We're going to start with passwords, right? Credentials is the fancy term we use in the industry, and 80% of attacks start with a weak or compromised credential. So this is still the way, even if they use email to get the password, ultimately the password is what the bad guys are after, because once they have a valid password to your systems or your employee's email or your email, that's when they can really start doing some damage. So let's talk about passwords really quickly. So what is a good password? What's the anatomy of a good password? So we in the industry use the word entropy. Entropy is the word used for how difficult it is for a computer, how long really would it take for a computer to figure out your password by just running through every deviation of letters, numbers, and symbols in the world. So when we say a password has more degrees of entropy, we're saying the password's harder for a computer to guess. So that's what we're after. We're after entropy. We're after what makes it difficult for a computer to figure out. And what's funny is we spend a lot of our time thinking of passwords that are really hard for humans that are actually really good for computers. The entropy is actually low. A computer can figure it out. So let's take the most common example that I see in our customers, and that's the password Packers, right? The word Packers, unfortunately, is in the dictionary, and we think of it like the Green Bay Packers, the best football team available in the world. But in reality, that password can get cracked nearly instantly. So for a computer running a decent graphics card, it's going to be able to crack that password out of the dictionary in matters of seconds. So that's not a good choice for a secure password. So that's what people think. They add, I'm going to get a little more creative. I'm going to add the number and symbol in capital letter. So Packers with a capital P, the pound symbol, and the number 4 for the quarterback that people liked for a while. Well, unfortunately, a computer can crack that password in about 4 weeks. It doesn't have much entropy. But we did everything right? The IT people said it needs a symbol, a number, and a letter. Well, here's the trick with passwords, and this is the best advice I can give. If your password was instead, I love the Packers, even though that's a sentence you can remember really easily, it would take 44 million years with the amount of entropy in that for a computer to guess that password. And so that's your tip of the day. Passwords are not about the number, symbol, letter game, adding star exclamation point at the end or star 1 at the end. It's actually thinking about passphrases or sentences. And a lot of modern password systems will even accept spaces, and I space love space the Packers would add another several million years for ability for a computer to figure that out. So try not to just think like a computer, try to think like a human and add yourself a passphrase. My last tip of the day would be to think of something in your mind. If it's not the Packers, just think of some funny picture in your mind, because that can anchor a password in your brain. So think of on a mountain, there is a battery with a staple in it sitting on a horse. So mountain, staple, battery, horse sounds ridiculous, but again, the entropy based on the length is going to make that password nearly impossible for a computer to guess. So think of those phrases and change your password habits.